Well, time to change the pace. I'm gonna have to do something a little bit different because I'm getting jammed up here. They're suppressing what I'm doing. Maybe I'm too political. So we're just gonna be spiritual now. Let the hair down. Um, Things are kind of complicated because they're never what they seem to be. I would like it if reality was just straightforward and you didn't have to second guess anything. But actually, we live in a very twisted world because of good and evil and because of free will giving us the choice to go with evil. In fact, a lot of times it's just easier to go with evil, and then all of a sudden that starts to change the overall reality because it adds up. Every little action that everyone takes. You think that your actions don't mean anything or don't have effect. They actually do. They do. I mean, you are more powerful than you are giving yourself credit. And actually, because you have more power, you have to take more responsibility. See, that's the things that the awful rulers that we have, the political leaders, that they don't seem to get that. Or it would appear that they are being irresponsible when they get uncovered, when skeletons come out of the closet, when they're exposed. Uh, Scandals happen, lies get revealed, the facts come out. But it's not just the leaders, it's everybody across the board. That's why I can't just say we'll solve the problem just by getting rid of the people at the top. We can't. It comes down to everybody. By the way, that's what I call myself. It comes down to whoever you are. You've got to take your own responsibility because really, that's all the world is to you. You're going to be measured and judged according to how you were, and there's a standard of you. It doesn't matter how much evil you pointed out in the world, it's how much of a solution and how much of a good thing you were. What was the good thing that you created or that you took action for in the world? Where was I going with this? I'm just saying that even technology is a double-edged sword. Look at this internet and this video sharing that we have. This has been going on now for like 8 years now. Before YouTube, there was stuff like Sharkle.com, and prior to that, there was Atom Films. I don't know if you remember that. They're really the first video sharing were these crude files, like with lots of pixelations and not a lot of color. I mean, not lots of pixelations, but granulated because the pixelation was very small or very large chunks. So it was a jagged looking image. You know the original stuff if you had been around to see it. Um, Teenagers, of course, you wouldn't have seen it unless you went back. People try to get rid of that stuff, but I don't know. It should be in vogue now. It should come back like retro, like they're doing with the VH tapes now, VHS. Like look at how it is, like that um, style, the uniqueness of it. But I'm talking about the double edge to everything, that whatever we do with it could come across as, hey, this is a great thing. We shared something on Facebook. No, actually, there's a whole other side to it that we have to be vigilant to uh, defend against. Everything that we do could go awry. What do they say? The road to hell is paved with good intentions, something like that. I think I might have gotten the axiom wrong, but I'll leave you with this, just a little bit of a brain teaser. Is it harder to get a square peg into a round hole, or is it harder instead to get a square peg into a round hole? Did I say that right? A round peg into a square hole, a square peg into a round hole. Say that 10 times fast. It really doesn't mean much. It's kind of a riddle to get your brain to like visualize. And it might help you with the larger, more complex question, not the abstract of the peg in the hole, but the overall use of technology. Like, we're putting it out there, trying to force this squareness into a round hole. And we have to be careful because things are moving at such a fast pace. I'm warning myself. I say these things because I know that I'm guilty of it. I'm susceptible, if you don't want to use the word guilt, but I can make mistakes. I grab onto something because I want to get views. It's this constant challenge. Am I up for the challenge? Can I find a topic that everyone's going to want to listen to? Can I extend my reach into the world? Obviously, I'm doing something. I have almost 40 million views. By the end of the summer, I'm definitely going to have 40 million accumulated views for everything that I've done on multiple channels. 40 million views? Like, that's not even... I can't imagine that. I mean, what would that be like if it was like measured as far as the effect it had, the influence it had on people, and how... That's what I'm saying. We don't realize how powerful we are. All of these things touch everyone's life. Maybe I caused a lot of bad to happen in people's minds. I hope not. I mean, I'm always putting a good intention to it, but then here you go again with the good intentions falling apart, and there's always this warning. So here I am doing it to myself again, spiritually, philosophically, just letting go and doing a vlog about that. Sometimes the more that we know, the more that we know we don't know. I don't know what else to talk about right now. So thanks for listening. Make your comments, share this with all your friends, favorite it, thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed.